Okay, y'all, I'm going to try this again. I just did a broadcast and realized that no one could hear me. I was on mute and I'm a little embarrassed. But, well, you know, technical difficulties happen. So I'm coming back to redo this because I want you all to hear what I had to say. And so I'm hoping this time I'm looking at the screen. I'm not on mute, and I'm hoping that someone will chime in and say that they can hear me. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started on today and redo everything that I had said earlier. And so before I do get started, I just want to remind everyone tomorrow, hey, I see someone's come in. Please let me know if you can hear me because I'm redoing this broadcast because I think I was on mute last time and I was talking away, and silence. All right. So let me know if you're out there, if you can hear me. I really need to know that so that I don't do a whole nother broadcast and nobody can hear me. So anyway, don't forget tomorrow we have Singles Chat Reloaded at 12 p.m. Eastern time. The topic is single free and becoming me, where they'll be talking about living in their singleness and what they're doing in the meanwhile. And singles, come join in the conversation. We're going to be having these every first Saturday of the month. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thank you always for tuning into Financial Talk Friday. We are here every Friday at 2 p.m. Talking about money and mind and emotions and things of that nature. And today I'm going to be specifically talking about think like an entrepreneur. All right. Think like an entrepreneur. Now, thinking like an entrepreneur doesn't mean that you have to open up a business. Okay. Just because you're not an entrepreneur doesn't mean you can't and shouldn't think like one. The mindset of those who start a business is not limited to just working for yourself. But the mindset of those who go into business for themselves is the same mindset we need to have to win at life, period, with a T. All right, so let's get it out of our minds before we even get into this. Let it get us out of our minds that if you're working for someone else, you're not accomplished. That just isn't true. We all have different talents and abilities that are needed to make a business run. And just because someone owns the business doesn't make them important or more important than the people who run the business. Okay, because the business wouldn't be able to grow without the labor and the mental efforts of others. So everyone is equally important. All right, but life is that way as well. We are not successful on the job, in our marriages, our friendships, at church, work, or whatever our endeavors may be without relationships and others helping us along the way. So there isn't this, I did it all by myself thing. For those of you who like to take all the credit and say you did it all by yourself, I have to really ask you to step back and look at yourself and ask yourself, did you really get there by yourself? All right. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure if you think about it, there was someone there to help you along the way, whether someone babysat for you so you could study, or picked you up for work when your car wasn't working, or put some money in your hand when you were short, but you didn't want to ask anybody, you didn't want nobody to know. Or how about the time when you were feeling low and that kind word came just in time to pick you up? All right. So you're probably saying, well, what does all that have to do with thinking like an entrepreneur? I'm glad you asked. Today, I'm going to I'm going to go over the 6 ways entrepreneurs think differently from most, and how we should adopt their mindset to be successful. And if we adopt their mindset at being successful, we can do it. And it doesn't have to be just applied to opening up a business. So earlier, I just talked about the I did it or I can do it by myself attitude, and how that, and this leads me into my first way you need to think like an entrepreneur to be successful. All right. So, number one, Utilize others to get more done. And please let me know. I don't want to keep going if you all can't hear me. Please let me know, because my last one I was muted and nobody heard me. So I'm redoing this. Let me know if you can hear me. But number one, utilize others to get more done. Success doesn't come without a helping hand. We need someone to help us here and there. So be able to work in your strengths and delegate your weaknesses. Use others' knowledge as expertise to help you get the job done, or use their knowledge and expertise to coach you through something that you may need help with. Don't suffer in silence. Help is there. So entrepreneurs, they use others to get things done and they go seeking. So we need to do that in our personal lives as well, and be able to utilize others for our weaknesses to get things done. All right. Number two, this is very, very important. Don't be afraid to fail. I know I said the F word. Don't be afraid to fail. Many of us are not successful, not because we can't um, do it, it's because we don't try, because we're afraid to fail. We're afraid to make a mistake. And what will happen, people, you'll be like, well, if it doesn't work, what are the people going to say? Who cares what they're going to say? You just need to do something. They're not doing nothing. Do something. What can they say? You did something they didn't do. Many of you are sitting on great ideas, great books, great songs, great arts and craft. You're just sitting on greatness because you're scared it won't work. All right. And so then, how about we don't go back to school because we're afraid of success? Uh-huh. We don't apply for that job because we're afraid of success. We might be afraid of the rejection of them saying no if we apply for the job. But then we're afraid of the yes, because then that means I'm gonna have to up my game when I get that job. And what if I can't up my game and then I fail on the job? All right. So we got to get out of our heads, y'all. I talked about this last week, that inner critic that is talking, and we talk ourselves out of doing something great. All right. Now, another example of being afraid to fail that hits home for a lot of people. What about those relationships that you won't give a try because you're afraid of failing at another relationship? You'll never find true love, or true love will never find you if you're not willing to try. Failures are there to teach us lessons, not hold us back. Entrepreneurs learn from their mistakes to improve their business endeavors. So we need to learn from our mistakes and our failures to improve our lives. All right. So this is another way that we can adopt a entrepreneur mindset and apply it to our life in general. Number three, take advice. Again, entrepreneurs recognize they don't know it all and they seek advice, and they welcome unsolicited advice. Many of us are closed off to someone giving us advice, especially when it's unsolicited, and especially when it's someone we think is not as accomplished as us. Let me tell you something, okay? You're going to miss out on your blessing picking and choosing who can give you some advice. Just listen to it. Be open minded. What's for you is for you. If they say something that's for you, is for you. They may say something that you've been looking for a solution or a strategy, and that one word within their advice, the light bulb goes off in your head. And if it's not for you, nod, smile, nod, and then throw it away out of your mind when you walk away. As simple as that. All right. Number four, think forward. Okay, this is what we're doing on Mondays when we say think outside the red box. We got to think the red box, outside of the red box. And the red box is the fact that Redbox didn't think as far as Netflix and Hulu and Amazon. And so, what could they have been had they thought of this streaming way before they did? So, think outside the red box, think forward. Entrepreneurs are not just thinking about the right now, but they're thinking about what could be. And so, their efforts go toward the now and the later. So don't get so stuck in what it is that you can't focus on what it could be. All right. So in relationships, we get so focused on what we don't have that we don't focus on what we do have and, and nurture that thing so we can get what we're seeking. Or if we're single, we're so down that we don't have anybody and we don't take that time for us so that we can even attract someone. You have to be what you want and then be ready for it. We have all of these lists of things that we want in a significant other or husband or wife. I don't want to just act like it's just women who want to get married, but we're not even those things that we're seeking. Okay, so work on yourself. You want a husband, but you're not ready because you're unwilling to do the things, or I'm sorry, a wife. You met a husband or a wife. You're not doing the things that you need to do, or you're unwilling to let go of some things. You have to think about what you want and start making adjustments to be ready for when it comes. And so this also applies to careers as well. Think forward in your career. Don't just have a goal and that be it. I'm going to school, I'm going to get this job, and that's it. No, we got to keep going from level to level to level. Becoming a being teaches continuous improvement and going from level to level in your life. There's no final destination until you die. We should always continue to grow, learn, improve, push forward. Okay. So think forward. Number 5, we're almost done here, y'all. Be flexible in your thinking. Entrepreneurs are flexible in how they think so that they can be able to problem solve quickly and or take advantage of opportunities when they come. This applies in life as well. Some of us are so rigid. We're so steadfast in our ways and in our thinking, and we miss out. We have to be able to think differently and see things differently so we can problem solve or resolve issues. If you're so rigid in your thinking and unwilling to see others' perspectives, you can really miss out on good relationships and good opportunities. All right. So be flexible in your thinking. And then last, number 6. This is gonna be my last one. There's more than 6, but I'm just giving you 6 ways today in which you can think like an entrepreneur, apply that mindset to be successful and win at life, period. All right. So the last one on how to think like an entrepreneur is be self-directing. They can tell themselves what to do and when to do it. They don't wait on others to get something done. I see so many people waiting on someone else to make a move, somebody else to tell them their purpose, somebody else to confirm they should buy a house, waiting on somebody else to tell them where they should go on vacation, waiting for somebody else to encourage them to start a business. Now, maybe if you cannot self-direct yourself to start a business, we're not ready to start a business, but I'm just saying. So stop waiting. Stop waiting on others to tell you what to do. Take charge of your life. Define your life for yourself. Don't wait on others to define it for you. All right. So those are the 6 things that if you can adopt that kind of mindset, it'll help you win at life. If you need help getting on track, Becoming a Being is here to help. We provide consulting and group training to help you with your mindset, emotional healing, identity, purpose, and so much more. And so now I just told you how to think like an entrepreneur. So schedule the consultation with me. Remember, I just said you need to be able to get help, know when you need help, let others help you. Don't be afraid, take advice, and think forward. So think forward about where you want to be and let Becoming a Being help you get there. Again, we can't do everything by ourselves. So Becoming a Being is here to help you get there. And if you want to take advantage of a free consultation, put me in the chat and I'll contact you later. And if you're watching this on a replay, that's okay. Put me in the chat and I'll contact you and we can set up a consultation to help you get started and making a decision, or at least setting your first goal on what you need to do to start meeting whatever or doing whatever it is that you want to do. We also got some other great things going on at Becoming a Being. If you want to join our 5-step process for creating long-lasting habits, direct message me and I'll send you the information to get started. So it's a 5-day challenge that we have of learning how to set long lasting habits. So if you want to join in that challenge, let me know, send me a direct message, DM me, and I can send you the information. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad that this second try on the broadcast worked out okay. And so thank you for tuning in and listen to another topic on Financial Talk Friday. And don't forget, tomorrow, Singles Chat Reloaded. And I hear you, Rhonda. Rhonda says you should do a whole hour on this. Rhonda, we'll put it together, Rhonda. We'll do it. But tomorrow, Singles Chat Reloaded. All right. Single Free and Becoming Me. Support it, support our singles, and come out and let's talk about what's on your mind. We got more topics coming up the rest of the year, so check out our calendar at Becoming a Being. We have our events all posted for the year, so check that out. So thank you for tuning in, and as always, stop worrying and start living. Thank you so much. You have a good one.